Okay, so get this right. A janitor, a regular, everyday janitor, amassed an $8 million fortune.
$8 million. Wow.
Yeah, pretty incredible, huh? His name was Ronald Reed, and we're going to deep dive into how he did it.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
I mean, you'd think maybe he won the lottery or something, right? But nope, it was all from savvy financial moves.
Interesting.
We've got this awesome article here that breaks it all down, his strategies, his whole approach, and guess what? It's not rocket science.
So anyone could do it.
That's what's so fascinating about it. It's all about discipline and simple, smart choices.
That's encouraging.
Right. So the article really emphasizes this idea of a, like, wealth formula. Basically how Reed built his fortune.
Okay, so what's the formula?
Well, it's not about hitting the jackpot or inheriting a ton of money.
Right.
It's about consistently having more money coming in than going out.
I see.
So positive cash flow.
So that means being smart about spending and making sure you're always saving something.
Exactly. Even if it's just a little bit.
I've heard that called paying yourself first.
Yeah, it's like building a house.
Yeah.
You need that solid foundation before you can add all the fancy stuff on top.
Makes sense.
And speaking of building, the article talks about the importance of hitting savings milestones,
Okay.
starting early, even with small amounts,
Why is starting early so important?
because of the magic of compound interest.
Yes. Compound interest. Tell me more.
It's like, a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small,
Hmm.
but as it rolls, it picks up more and more snow, gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Compound interest is kind of like that snowball. The money you save earns interest,
Right.
and then that interest earns even more interest, and it just keeps growing.
It snowballs.
Exactly.
So over time, even small amounts can become really significant.
That's the key takeaway here. So even if you're starting with just a little bit, start early and let that snowball effect work its magic.
So how much are we talking about here? Give me an example.
Sure. The article gives this great example. Let's say you start investing, I don't know, say $5,000 a year in your 20s.
Yeah.
By the time you retire, that money could potentially grow to hundreds of thousands of dollars, just from the power of compounding.
Wow. That's impressive. Makes you want to start investing right now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But let's be real. Life gets in the way sometimes.
Absolutely.
Who actually remembers to, transfer money to savings every month?
It's easy to forget.
That's where this automation strategy comes in.
Automation.
Yeah, it's like putting your savings on autopilot.
I like the sound of that.
So you can set up these automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment accounts.
That makes a lot of sense. Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. And some banks even offer these programs where they round up your purchases to the nearest dollar and invest the difference.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
There are tons of apps and tools out there that can help you automate your finances and make saving effortless.
You don't even have to think about it.
Right. Okay, so we're consistently saving now, but where do we put this money to work?
Right.
So Ronald Reed was all about investing for the long term.
Long term.
Yeah. He wasn't interested in those get-rich-quick schemes or risky day trading.
Mm-hmm.
He focused on steady, long-term investments, things like blue-chip stocks and real estate.
Solid, reliable investments.
So he wasn't chasing the latest trends or fads, but aiming for slow and steady growth over time.
That sounds a lot less stressful.
Right. And one way to do that is to invest in something called index funds.
Index funds.
Yeah, they essentially track a specific market index, like the S&P 500, which represents a basket of 500 large companies.
A diversified approach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It helps you ride out those market fluctuations and benefit from long-term growth.
Gotcha.
Less about timing the market, more about time in the market.
Right.
But what about when the market inevitably takes a dip?
Yeah, everyone worries about that.
It can be tempting to pull out your money and cut your losses.
Very tempting.
But that's where market patience comes in. Ronald Reed understood that the market goes through cycles.
There are always ups and downs.
Exactly. There will be ups and downs, but by staying the course and not panicking during those downturns, he was able to weather those storms
Like a captain navigating a ship,
and come out ahead in the long run.
staying focused on the destination, not the waves.
It's inspiring to see how someone like Ronald Reed, with a regular job, was able to build such incredible wealth.
You know, it really proves that financial success is not out of reach for anyone.
Totally agree. It's about having the right knowledge and making smart choices.
Discipline and patience.
Right. His story shows that with discipline, smart choices, and, yeah, a little bit of patience, anyone can build a solid financial future.
So inspiring.
So if a janitor can amass millions, Think about what you could achieve.
Makes you think.
Maybe it's time to check out those compound interest calculators.
Yeah. Or explore some automated savings
You
apps.
never know. Maybe there's an $8 million fortune waiting for you out there, too.
You just have to go for it.
Exactly.